Oh, what an absolute dumpster fire, people. What is going on, traders? We're back in another one. So, I'm sure you've all heard the president basically called off stimulus, so no more stimulus hope until after the election. We've seen this before. We've had pullbacks here and there over the course of September and recently whenever there was a whiff of news that, it wasn't going good, negotiations were halted, but there was always still some hope. And now the president pretty much confirmed that that's not happening. And yes, not good because everyone saw what happened. This rippled through every single market today. Volatility ramping up from 27 all the way up to 29, peaking at 30, mind you. So just to give you a kind of a gauge on that, Friday we found out that the president had COVID-19 and we gapped up, what was it? $3 there, $2.50 there. And so we were at about 27.50, 27.60. So yeah, basically the market took the news of the president getting COVID-19 just as bad as it took the news that we aren't getting stimulus. So clearly a lot hinged on that. Now, we're not talking about Hyln today. Got my bag holder account and this guy right here. We're just going to have to wait and see when all of this stuff can chill the fuck out. But I have some very exciting stocks to share with you guys today. Let's jump in. So the three stocks we're going to be talking about today is Vivint Solar, Sunrun, and First Solar. I'm very bullish on the solar sector. We're going to look at some different charts, some projections, lots of stuff and things on that. But first, let's just do a little analysis. So firstly, it's important to know that Sunrun owns Vivint Solar. This is like their big cap and this is their baby cap. They literally track each other. But yeah, look at it. See? Very similar. So, if you're trying to buy something about $80, get a little bit bigger dollar move, you can run with these guys. If you want something that's a little bit cheaper so you can control more shares, you do Vivint Solar. Now, why do I like these guys so much? Well, look at their 20-day chart. Sure, they've had some dips, but they've just been running up, man. Trump announces he has COVID-19. They go down a little bit. I did the numbers. All the SPACs went down about 11 to 15% whenever the announcement came out. And VSLR and some of these other ones went down about 5 or 6. So they're not reacting to bad news as much. And they shake it off really quickly. If you look at the 180-day chart, just look at these monsters, man. Bad first earnings, but it's getting better. And the growth in this sector is just crazy right now. And the technicals are just really attractive. Now, it's worth noting, I like both of these guys, but it's hard to decide, quite frankly. This company, First Solar, has been around for a little bit longer, if I'm not mistaken. They actually finished the day pretty green, man, 2.7. So, yeah, liking these guys. Don't like them quite as much because they reacted with the market a lot more than these guys did. Same thing with Sunrun, when the market pulled back. Same thing with these guys, the market pulled back and, they had a little dip, little pullback with the markets in early September, but it corrected on like the 10th or 11th and it's been running since. So, little bit of technicals, probably going to end up coming back here. Let's move on to the next part. This is not just the U.S., this is a global thing. Renewable energy is on the rise. So now, mind you, this is just cold. Natural gas is kind of like going like this. We'll see another chart showing that. But the way the growth in this sector is going, it's going to surpass it. And it has to. And they expand this a little bit more by showing you this here the renewable energy by source chart. And you can see that, solar has just been growing for a long time now. And we're at a turning point where solar has become cheaper. And this next chart is from the EIA. That's the U.S. Energy Information Administration. And you see here that renewable energy has been on the rise. You see natural gas is starting to peak a little bit here in Moon. This kind of further validating that other chart. We're at a turning point right now where this isn't as generous as the other one. It's showing that renewable energy is going to pass nuclear and pass coal very soon. Also important to note, and we're not going to go over it in here, is the president and Biden, they both have deals, or the Green Deal. They both have things in place that are greatly going to benefit the EV, renewable energy, green sector, as well as some of these other things here. So let's go on. This chart basically just shows the cost per watt generated, that now it's cheaper than ever to generate electricity with solar, just more benefits. So let's just touch on their fundamentals a little bit. Not that anyone really cares, but some concerns. I finally found a PE ratio that's higher than Tesla's, like a lot higher. So that's very alarming, but you can't deny the run they're having, man. Are they at the end of their run? I have no idea, but it's been running very nicely. Both of these guys have. And, once again, we're not investing right now, okay? We've talked about this. Investing time is over. We are trading volatility, and we are trading momentum. And these things have a lot of good momentum, and when they start to sell off, there's so much buy pressure. It's crazy. So let's look at this. So understand, playing these is just that. We're playing them. These aren't warm fuzzies. I love this company, holding them forever. But, they don't have a PE ratio yet. But you can't deny the resilience to the factors, all the bad catalysts we've been having lately. The bid-ask ratio is always a good thing to look at, too. Look, Tesla is 1-to-2. This is 1-to-1. Vivint Solar, look at all that support. 5 times as many buys as there is sells. Right. So, all that said, pick your poison, but they're great for swinging. They're great for day trades. Use your strikes on these guys if you got to do that. So let me know if you want. I could do another video. We can't do analysis on both of these guys. Let's just look at these guys. It's a little bit cheaper, and I feel like y'all will probably hop on this one. They don't have a horrible PE ratio either, but they also don't have a PE ratio, which that's good, I guess. And I like it because you can actually use long exponential moving averages on this thing because there's a lot of data on it. It's been around for a little while. It's not like some of these SPACs and you try to do these different analyses on, and you just can't do it because the data isn't. It's just not possible. So you can see this thing here. Anytime it touched this, it was pretty much a buy, definitely, because it just kept running. But what's interesting is I need to chart some more of these. Let's get some. So let's look a little closer. I like it because there's lots of retracing, and the peak of some of the previous days setting these resistance points here, you see them validated a lot, touched and turned on, but they'll eventually cross. And when it breaks out to the downside, it doesn't drop that much. Like you see this is kind of nasty, but this is the beginning of September when we had that, that huge pullback. So while everything ran down like crazy, this literally ran down for 3-4 days, and then it's just been running up since then. So, man, the solar sector is growing, and it seems to be resilient as shit right now because it does not care about, the president, doesn't care about market pullbacks, doesn't care about where's the president getting the thing. Yeah, like somewhere in here, the president announces he's got COVID, and it does what? It drops like $2. Like, all right, dude. So, hope you enjoyed. Like the thing, hit the stuff, show your friends. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just your neighborhood engineer guy. Yes. Catch you in the next one.